Okay, we're going to talk condos, townhomes, and single family homes, and which one is going to be the best for you. That's what we're getting ready to talk about. The biggest mistake that I see people when they move here to Destin, it has nothing to do with their budget. It's about choosing the wrong property for their actual lifestyle. People get fixated on the price per square foot, the view, and other things that really aren't the most important thing. You're going to need to make a choice between your lifestyle and a cost structure that's going to impact you every month that you can live with. Condos, homes, and townhomes. Each one really locks you into a completely different reality here on the Emerald Coast. It isn't just good versus bad. It's about finding the right fit and to avoid serious buyer's remorse down the road. That's what we're going to help you with. We're going to break down the real data on space, community, financing, and those ongoing costs that no one talks about until the first bill arrives. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which property aligns with your goals, whether that's rental income, a lock and leave it beach vacation home, or if you're planning on actually putting real roots here in the community in Destin, Florida. Hey, future Destinites. This is Danny Wheels Margliano with World Impact Real Estate, DestinPropertyExpert.com, and Staytime Vacations. My wife Michelle and I, we've been helping people buy, sell, and relocate here in the Destin, Florida area and all over the Emerald Coast since 2010. So whatever your situation is, we'd love to hear about it in the comments. Drop one down below and we'll tell you exactly how we can get help for you. So let's get started. Section 1, we're going to talk about the condo conundrum. Beach access versus community. The allure of a condo in Destin, it's obvious. The beautiful beaches, the views, the location, the zero exterior maintenance. I mean, you got it. It sounds great. But once you lock that door and you forget about it, there are more things that you're going to have to trade off. And that can be convenience or having the true sense of community and neighborhood and dealing with transient renters that are going to come in every week or a couple days, especially in the summertime. So you might have really a different family next to you in and out, and that can get frustrating. It's great for rental income, but if your goal is not to rent it, then it might not be conducive for full-time living. And let's be real, if you can't handle hearing people running up and down the hallway or making noise after 10 p.m., you got to think twice about a condo, especially if it allows short-term rentals. So that brings us to something different, and that is a non-rental condominium. These non-rental condominiums can be a great alternative for you. But first, we need to talk about HOAs, and because these are going to dictate the rules, you're going to have to live by them, and there's going to be certain fees that you're going to have to pay, and certain fees that they cover for you. Now, there are a lot of bills that they're going to pay for you. Like they're going to get your water, your cable, possibly your internet. You're going to get amenities included, your exterior building insurance, all great things. And that's a big pro about the condos. Now let's talk about some of these non-rental buildings like One Water Place or St. Thomas at Silver Shells, Destin Yacht Club, or Grand Mariner. They can be a great option. And one thing that really changes on these is the size. And they're going to be built for people not on vacation, but for living there. So you're going to get larger kitchens and bathrooms. You're going to get bedrooms that are going to be more conducive for living. But just be prepared. There's going to be a flip side to this, and that's going to be the cost. They will cost more, typically, than a smaller little one bedroom or two bedroom short-term rental property. Most of the long-term or no short-term rental buildings, they're going to be a minimum of 2 bedroom. They might be 3 or 4 bedrooms. And it's going to be hard to find one under $750,000. Most likely they're going to be between $1 and $3 million. So who's a condo really for? It's actually most likely it's ideal for investors or people looking for a vacation home. But it also is great for a buyer that wants to prioritize low maintenance with a beach lifestyle above everything else. You are going to trade space and autonomy for location and convenience. But then again, the kind of that hidden gem is finding one that does not allow short-term rentals. Section 2 is the townhome tightrope, finding that middle ground. So, what if you want more space and a stronger sense of community without giving up all the amenities? This is where the townhouse really gets interesting, and it's more of a hybrid model. You get to get more square footage and privacy than you will in a condo, but you're going to have far less maintenance than a single family home. You're not going to be responsible for the roof or the exterior landscaping, which is a huge relief for many people just moving here. Now, the spectrum of townhomes here, it's vast. There's everything, from an affordable end of the spectrum at something like Palm Street townhomes, where you can find something for a 3-bedroom for nearly $400,000. Then you can go to the luxury side of things, like the townhomes at Henderson Beach Resort. They can start around $1.5 million and go up. These are going to offer more top-tier resort amenities, and they're right across from the beach. Now, you can find something in the middle of the road, and one thing is, just up the street from Henderson Beach Resort, still south of Highway 98, is 125 Crystal Beach Drive. And these townhomes, they offer a good price point. They're flexible. They have short-term rentals and primary residence, but they still have really a feel that is not the same as a condo, where you feel congested and high density, even though they're short-term renters. So it is a nice happy medium. You'll be able to have your own space, much more privacy, and some of these do have garages also for storage. The amenities, they're going to vary widely. Some are going to have impressive pools and clubhouses, and some are just going to be basic, just the townhouse. You're going to really need to look closely at what's included and what you're paying for in the HOA and what you're getting for that. Often the townhomes, they're going to represent a better value for your money versus beachfront condos. But the condos, are going to have the view, and they're going to have no maintenance. So who is the townhome really for? The townhome, it's a perfect fit for the buyer that is looking for balance. Someone that wants space and convenience and the potential for rental income, but you're not ready to take the full burden in the maintenance of a large yard or large house. It's the middle ground, and that's why so many people really, this appeals to them when they're first moving here. You can start off on a townhome and decide which direction you want to go from there in another year or two.
Thinking about relocating to the Destin, Florida area? Well, I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is designed to save you hours of research. I've linked it below, from top employers to the best hospitals, and a wealth of other things you need to know before making the move. The best part is that this guide is 100% free. That's right, you heard me right, 100% free. Click the link in the description or the top pinned comment. Hope that helps.
We're going to now talk about single family homes, space, community, and autonomy. So let's cross Highway 98 and look at the options that are going to offer you the most autonomy. The single family homes north of Highway 98. The biggest advantage is undeniably the space. The room you're going to get to grow, ample storage space, private outdoor space like backyards or private pools that you can't get in these other types of properties. So there are kind of two different cities almost in Destin. You're going to have south of 98 and north of 98. When you're south of 98, that's the beach side, you are going to see the majority of the homes, they're going to be vacation rentals, but you're going to have scattered primary residents all within there. So depending on the neighborhood and community you find, you might find a happy medium there. On the flip side, you go to the north side of the road, and that's the bay side, and you're going to find there's going to be established neighborhoods that don't allow any short-term rentals, like Emerald Bay or Kelly Plantation, Regatta Bay, or even Old Destin, where that's the original fishing village where it started here in the 1950s, and there's homes built all the way through from then all the way till now. And there's not really a distinct subdivision, but it's just more of a geographic area. Super close to the bay, there's boat launches back there. You're close to the harbor, close to Crab Island. Everyone likes that. So that's another option. And prices in Old Destin, they could be anywhere from the 400s up to multi-million if you're on the bay. So let's talk about the cost comparison. And this is going beyond the purchase price. So with these three profiles in mind, how do you avoid the critical financial missteps? And how do you have to, what you have to do is look beyond the purchase price. And the true cost of a condo is there's mandatory HOA fees, which cover the building insurance and amenities and some of the upkeep, but they're recurring and they often do increase year over year. Now, when you're looking at a single family home, it's not just the mortgage, it's budgeting for unpredictable maintenance. A new roof or a broken AC can be $10,000 or $15,000 or more, and it can hit you out of nowhere, and you have to be prepared for these things. On top of that, insurance premiums are going to be higher, and the townhome is going to offer that middle ground where the carrying costs aren't going to be as much as really the single family home or the condo. Now let's remember, location does dictate price in many ways that aren't always obvious. A small condo that's updated and directly on the beach, it's almost always going to command a higher price than a larger, older single family home that's just a few blocks inland. You're not just buying square footage, you're buying a lifestyle package, and that's what everyone's doing here. So the only way to make a smart decision is to project your total monthly and annual costs over a few years. Don't just look at your initial startup price.
Hey guys, it's Danny Margliano. As much as I love making these videos, there is one thing I love more, and that's helping families and people from all over the US make the move here to the Destin, 30A, and Panama City Beach area. I've helped countless families make the move, so whether you're coming out next week, next month, or even next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is right here on the screen and linked in the description in case you missed the on-screen pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family make the move to the Emerald Coast of Florida.
So in conclusion, you want to make confident choices, and the only way to do this, it comes down to prioritizing what matters most to you. Think about it. Is it the views? Is it being able to walk down to the beach right in front, or walk a few blocks, or jump in a golf cart? Or don't you mind hopping in the car and just taking a 5-minute ride? There's no wrong answer. The right fit is for your lifestyle. So you need to make sure what checks your boxes and what's going to work great. Now, if you are thinking about moving here, you can download our moving guide. It's free. It's easy. Just scan the QR code that's popping up on the screen right now. If you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear anything you have to say about the Emerald Coast and your thoughts about moving here. If you like this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and come back and watch more. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks. This is Danny Wheels Margliano with DestinPropertyExpert.com, with World Impact Real Estate and Stay Time Vacations. See you on the next one.